Welcome to the Postgame Show presented by the Maroon Club, enhancing 23 Division I sports. Join the Maroon Club today. The player of the game presented by Coca-Cola. Experience the Coke side of life. Here's Mike.
Coach Kia, a little bit frustrating, obviously, from a lot of standpoints. Your thoughts?
Well, I didn't think that we played with the discipline early on that we really needed to. Consequently, we were picking up a lot of fouls, and then when we picked up the fouls, that pulled our normal rotation out of sorts, and the kids did what they could do, and then we battled back in the second half, but it's a little too late at that point.
Right, you cut the lead to 1 right at that point there. A good timeout, I thought, by the Holy Cross coach, but then right coming out, you just couldn't find that offensive rhythm again.
Yeah, that was really the story of the game, that the rhythm of our team was pretty much disrupted, and we could never really just do it for long stretches of time. We could do it for little spurts, but the game is long and it's 40 minutes, and whoever plays the best for those 40 minutes will win. And unfortunately for us, we were on the short end of it today.
3 of your next 4 on the road, and you're kind of vying for position. This was obviously a big step, but you can't look backwards. You got to look forwards, obviously. Next 3 are going to be very important.
All of them. All conference games are very important. The location of them doesn't matter that much. And for us, we just look at the game in front of us. And whoever that is, we have to be ready.
Get them ready, Coach. Appreciate it. Let's bring in Natalie. Natalie, our Coca-Cola player of the game, 15 and 9, and most of that coming in one half of basketball. What's it like sitting on the bench where you feel somewhat helpless, but you went back out there and you really put on a run?
Yeah, we were able to keep it close during the first half, which was good, and then we had that burst in the second half. Down the stretch, they made shots, and we struggled to kind of knock them down. But we put up a good fight. We executed on offense and defense. We just have to work on, making the big shots at the end of the game.
Yeah, 2 of the best number 25s in the league, you and Lauren Manis. Obviously, she's a handful, can do a lot, but you on the other end seemed to match her in the second half. But her playing inside without you seemed to be a difference in that first half.
Yeah, she's just a really good player. She's aggressive, and her first thought is to shoot and take the open shot. So we knew coming in that she was a priority that we had to be aware of. She knocked down the shots that she had, and she was able to get to the foul line, finish through contact, and then, just get the game for them and keep the lead.
Yeah, a third of their points came from the foul line in that first half. Now, you being obviously a leader on this team, what is the message when you get in that locker room to the rest of the team?
Kind of just learning from the first half of this game, being smart on defense, not getting myself and everyone else that was in foul trouble, kind of just being disciplined on defense. But also just bouncing back and looking on to the next game. They're a good team, but we're also a good team, and we have a lot of confidence in ourselves, so kind of just on to the next game, stay positive, but also learn from the things that kind of went wrong in this game. We can't get it all done in one half, so we have to, maintain the whole 40 minutes.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great message right there, obviously, from one of the best players in the league. Stay focused, stay positive. A lot of basketball left in this season. Back to you.
And stay off the bench. That would be a very important message also. All right, John will take us through the highlights, and then we'll complete our ball game.
Yeah, Gary, you highlighted the key players of the game. Lauren Manis was just absolutely unstoppable, and from many different angles. You talked about the numbers she put up, and this was one play is more impressive than the next. Lafayette was closing in. It was a 1-point game, and then Lauren Manis knocks down a 3. We saw her working around the rim. Lafayette, Gary, they hung in there. They were battling from behind the entire game, it seemed. Nicole Johnson hit a 3, then goes to the rim. Then Sarah Agnello, watch the left-handed finish, deftly changing hands as she's heading to the rim. And then the defense, Drew Freeland making a steal and throwing it up ahead to Sarah Agnello. And then Alexis Santorelli continued. And I'll tell you, look at that. These 2 kids, when they're playing well together, Kukowski and Santorelli, Lafayette has as good an inside game as anybody in the conference. And Alexis Santorelli did a nice job. Look at the step back, Natalie Kukowski doing her best Lauren Manis imitation, hitting a 3. And then how about the right-handed finish? She's such a difficult defender. This one to close out the third quarter kept Lafayette close the entire way. And Gary, you mentioned foul trouble and playing without your key players. One stat we can point to, Lauren Manis, despite her early foul trouble, managed to play for 35 minutes, and Natalie Kukowski limited to 22. Therein lies, I think, the basic story of the game.
And maybe the number in the game is coming in. Holy Cross is #1 rebounding team in the Patriot League. They out-rebounded the #2 rebounding team in the Patriot League, Lafayette. by 12 rebounds, 42 to 31. Manis with 32 points, 16 rebounds, another double-double for her. Natalie Smith with 11 points. For Lafayette, 10 points for Santorelli, 15 points, 9 rebounds for Natalie Kukowski. The Leopards at 8-5. The Crusaders are at 8-5, 15-9 overall. Lafayette falls to 12-11. The men with their victory, 8-6 now in the Patriot League, no worse than 4th place heading into Wednesday's game as they won by 10. Final score here, 57 for the Cross, 49 for Lafayette. Thanks to John Leone, thanks to Mike Joseph, Rick Kehoe, the RCN television team, to all of you for helping us play for K today. For all of us, I'm Gary Laubach. Goodbye, everybody.